I am the lion of the street. If anybody thinks APC will fight here and another party will win, it's not going to happen. And this was said by the former governor of Abia State, who is now a senator of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, Orji Uzor Kalu. The self-acclaimed lion of the street is part of a group of people whom my ever vocal brother, Peter for Nigeria, calls the Association of Failed Governors of Abia State. Old age should be a soft landing, a time to sit back, reflect, and be remembered kindly for the value you added when it mattered. But when men spend their prime years feeding off the system instead of building it, old age becomes restless. There is no peace for legacy built on deceit. On the 5th of December 2019, the Lagos Division of the Federal High Court convicted Orji Uzor Kalu and sentenced him to 12 years in prison for defrauding Abia State of 7.65 billion naira. Then the Supreme Court comes in and nullifies the conviction, not because he was found innocent, but because the judge who delivered the sentence had already been elevated to the Court of Appeal at the time of judgment. Today, this same man, alongside other enemies of progress, has chosen to wage a campaign of calumny against Governor Alex Otti, a man whose work speaks for itself. It is visible to the blind and loud to the deaf. Abia is changing, and for once, governance feels very intentional. Yet, the old guards who once had the same opportunity to build are desperate to destroy. It's hard to watch men who should be mentors turn into merchants of misinformation. But it's also a lesson that when your hands are stained, the wisdom that should come with experience disappears. You lose the moral ground to stand for anything, and soon, your alliances become transactional, a desperate attempt to keep your forgiven sins forgiven. There is a reason legacy outlives power. One fades with tenure, the other grows with time. The tragedy of many Nigerian politicians is not that they lost relevance, it's that they never end it honorably. And when you spend your youth avoiding governance and intentional leadership, old age will not let you rest.
I don't know anything about Abia politics and how it has progressed over the years. But one thing I do know is I hear a lot of really nice things about Alex Otti. You know, every Abian I know, I've spoken to, like, oh, he's a revolutionary. You know, he's got great ideas and is implementing them. They're saying it. Kudos to him. So Orji Uzor Kalu, I also don't know a lot about him, but you know, people are upset that he's trying to push out Otti. I support.
I will allow the men to speak last because they seem to,
especially the Abians,
not only enjoy it, but they have the depth more than I do. The only positive contribution I want to mention is the fact that Kingsley called it Ekwe. You know, he said, and when you spend your youth avoiding governance and intentional leadership, old age will not let you rest.
Oh my goodness.
It's a fact.
And I really wish I can believe that statement totally. And I agree with your advocacy, and it's great. For those people that actually know what legacy means and believe in what legacy means, I believe we have a large majority of, I'm not calling it a large majority, but a growing number of people that are not looking at legacy. It's chop and die. But like, how can I chop right now? So they're not looking at legacy in the way that they should be looking at it. So I personally know of people growing up. My dad was in the army. We all know many things happened. And their parents have chopped money. And they're okay. I feel karma doesn't always happen to everybody. And that's the reality of it. And I had a similar question yesterday online, and a lot of people saying there's no God. Blah, blah, blah. If there was God, people would not be something. They have that. So karma doesn't necessarily happen to some people. Actually get away with it. They live comfortably still, despite what they have done. You know, God is a forgiving God after all. He steal all the government money and then just say one little prayer, and that's it.
Governor Otti's sin. His sin is the fact that the boys are no longer chopping.
His sin. Oh, okay.
That's the biggest sin. Every other thing is screensaver. The fight you're seeing is screensaver. The real fight is the fact that he came and stopped nobody sharing money.
Stomach infrastructure was removed.
Yes, that's the word.
Even the pension to the former governors was
he took out everything.
reduced. Yeah.
And if you've attended the meetings of political parties, it's a sharing forum. Nothing happens there. That is gone in Abia State as we speak. My prayer and wish is, rather than feel diminished, rather than see themselves as being minimized by Otti's groundbreaking efforts, can they be shameless and try to toe that line he's starting? Do you understand? Because the people of Abia State will rather die than go back to where they're coming from. And the guys who were the sharers, the sharing formula was benefiting a few people. You understand? So that's the community that are rising up against this.
Incumbent.
Yeah. Unfortunately, I think they've lost. The train has left the station, and there's no going back.
Alex Otti. Again, I fall in Zuma's category that I don't necessarily follow Abia State politics in terms of what it is. I have quite a number of friends from there, and again, just to confirm, they speak well of the governor. I mean, I have to be very fair about that. They speak well of him. They talk about the infrastructural development. I haven't seen any infrastructural, development. I don't know what it is.
You can see it online. It's all there.
Sometimes
Subjective.
it's subjective. So if you
That
say
Lagos is smelling is not subjective.
no, I mean
It's not.
It's in context. So
It's
that's
not.
that's what I'm saying, that I don't have a problem believing what people say.
About Otti?
About Otti. Without, I've not been there, I don't see it. About the fact that it's I'm pretty sure that Abia State is not paved in gold.
Of
The
course.
streets. No. But I'm sure he's trying with the resources that he has, within the limits of that resources. Everything you said about Alex Otti, I believe. I don't doubt it. I've not been there, but I don't doubt it. You said it. It's there. You said it's obvious to the blind. But I don't know. that's it. I don't doubt it. Okay.
It's a figure of speech.
Yeah. But the point I'm trying to raise, somebody will say, am I supposed to praise him for building roads? No.
For doing the bare minimum.
That's his job. It's the same kind of way when we talk about Lagos. Sometimes we should put the same level of,
Acknowledgement.
exactly into it, and not
I think because he's
say some
pioneering
things.
it. He's pioneering
So,
it despite all
but this is what I want to say about Orji Uzor Kalu. And again, Orji Uzor Kalu, Senator Orji Uzor Kalu. So as we should not wrongly name him. I also don't follow him. I don't, really rate him in any given way. But I know how to separate political speech from, normal speech. And the quote I'm seeing here, I'm the lion of the streets. If anybody thinks that it's a political speech,
That's empty.
that's how politicians speak. I'm pretty sure that when Alex Otti himself goes for campaign, he will say something similar. Nobody will win Abia State for us. We will say
He's not
so.
He's not saying anything similar.
So
He's not.
he will campaign for his party, Elsie. He will campaign for his party. I will not go and campaign and say, oh, you know what, if you like, vote for us. No. He's going to speak. That's the way politicians speak, not in Nigeria, everywhere.
As Kingsley said, it's one for all and
All for one.
we know you are with us since you joined us at the table. We look forward to seeing you again, same time, same channel next week. Till then, it's goodbye from all of us.
Goodbye.
Bye.